This is something I'm sick to death of hearing. I don't care about graphics. I only care about the gameplay and the story and etc. etc. I don't care about graphics whatsoever. Games are not about graphics. It's all about the gameplay and the story. Okay. Now I'm not saying graphics are the most important things about is the most important thing about a game, but I still consider it pretty important because, well, I really do care about how good a game looks. Again, it's not the first thing I look for, but I still really like a game that looks pretty, that looks really nice. Like, for example, Breath of the Wild. It looks amazing. The graphics look really nice, and I can admit it. Unlike a lot of these people who claim they don't care about graphics, the graphics aren't everything, but they still bring it up. If graphics are so irrelevant to you, then why bring it up in an argument? Why fight with people like me who actually do care about graphics and can admit graphics can be a pretty important part of a game? Why do you feel the need to argue it? I mean, if graphics were so unimportant to you, then you wouldn't feel the need to argue it with people and just basically waste your time. So yeah, I feel those people who say graphics don't matter, graphics are meaningless, are absolutely delusional. Face it, people, you care about graphics. If graphics were so meaningless, you wouldn't feel the need to talk about it and bring it up every time someone talks about graphics, and especially like say, when you play an old game, you say, look, this game is still good, and the graphics aren't really great, but it's still good. So this is why graphics mean absolutely nothing. Again, you can't shut up about it. So that's why I believe that you really do care about graphics, but you just want to hide it for whatever reason. I don't know. Maybe you think it's uncool or anything, but here's why it's okay to care about graphics. Graphics are an important part of a game because, well, it makes the game appealing. It makes the game look great. It makes the game look pretty realistic. And also, specs are pretty important to a console because, well, if the console's specs are pretty good, then third-party developers would want to go to that console and make a lot of games on it and make that console a success. Specs are a huge thing about a console, and probably the most important thing about a console, because that draws people in, because people tend to wanna play the best versions of games. They know they're getting the superior version to every other version. So if a console has the best specs out of all the other ones, then yeah, then that console is gonna be a hit. And even if it isn't the best-selling console for whatever reason, at least if you have it, you'll know that you're getting the best versions of games on that console because it has the highest specs and the graphics are going to look amazing. And this is also why a lot of people PC game, because, well, PC, it does have the best specs out of everything. It's even better than consoles, and you could change, you could make the graphics better by changing the graphics card anytime you want, and update the specs of the PC anytime you want. And yeah, I could see why a lot of people want a PC game. And yeah, again, it's completely fine to care about graphics, and stop being in denial, because I know you care about graphics, obviously, because, well, if you truly didn't, you'd never speak about them and never bring it up in a discussion, argument, whatever. And yeah, That's why I can't stand a lot of people who claim they don't care about graphics, because they can't stop saying, "Oh, look at this game! It's an old game, but the gameplay is good, the story is good, and it doesn't need the graphics to be good." Yeah, it doesn't. But you claim you didn't care about graphics. Then why are you bringing it up? Then you obviously care to a point, since you're bringing it up. So yeah, bottom line is, there's really nothing wrong with caring about graphics. I mean, if you're a complete graphics whore and think graphics are everything, then yeah, you're an idiot. But to a point, if you care about it to a point, and still, know that, it's not everything, and there's also the gameplay and the story, if it has a story, that's also important. So if you're able to care about graphics to a point, then that's perfectly fine. There's no shame in caring about graphics. There's no shame in complaining about a game if it looks really bad and the graphics aren't good at all. There's no shame in that, because it's normal. A lot of gamers care about graphics, so yeah, you don't need to hide in shame and pretend you don't care about graphics for whatever reason, because it's simply not needed. It's common. A lot of people like pretty things, alright? So it's nothing uncommon, and it's completely normal. So yeah, hopefully this video did change some minds. I know I'm probably not going to make any fans of this video, but well, whatever. I'm speaking my mind, and I can speak my mind on whatever I want because it's my channel, haha. But anyways, that's all I have to say. Bye-bye.